the ingredients in those foods to diabetes, obesity, and cancer, as well as other diseases.
Yeah, it turns out your best defense against those products starts in the grocery store and knowing how to read the label. So to help us make smart food choices, we want to bring in gut health specialist, Dr. Daryl. Thank you for joining us.
Hey guys, happy Monday. Good to see you.
All right, so let's jump right in. First of all, what makes food ultra processed?
Well, ultra processed foods are literally what I call fake foods or Franken foods. They're horrible. They're loaded with chemicals and artificial sweeteners and preservatives. And to make matters worse, if that wasn't bad enough, the three worst ingredients you can combine in one: sugar, seed oils, and refined salt. That is literally the perfect storm to take your health out and make you age prematurely. But here's the deal, guys. It's not about giving up the things that we love, right? It's about finding better versions of these foods that we love and also becoming a little bit more conscious about reading these labels so we can know the basic information of things that we need to avoid.
But really, what's the harm in them? I know you mentioned that it increases obesity and cancer, but what's the harm in eating them?
Yeah, so why does it create those things and so many others? Because they drive up inflammation in your body. And here's what we have to understand. At the end of the day, we don't die of old age, we die of inflammation. And again, like, they're destroying our gut. They create leaky gut, which is another cause of significant disease. They're causing issues with our brain, literally lights our brain on fire. Well, not literally, but again, it's from all that inflammation. And they did a study back in 2023. It was the Journal of the American Medical Association. What they found was that the group that ate the most amount of ultra-processed foods, 9 servings, had 50% more likelihood of getting depression than the group that ate less than 4. So again, it's causing other acids like anxiety and ADD and ADHD. These are foods we need to avoid like the plague.
Okay, so our first line of defense is in the grocery store. What should we be looking for on those labels?
Yeah, I mean, I always say if you can't pronounce it, you should not be eating it because you can't digest it. So look at those labels, look at the other ingredients, and what are you seeing, right? And less is more. You don't want like every single ingredient on there but the kitchen sink. So if it has like 4 or 5 or 6 ingredients, pretty much you're in good shape. Anything that ends in "ose" equals sugar. Listen, guys, these manufacturers are smart. They're sneaking sugar into our diet. There's over 62 hidden names for sugar, like sucrose, maltose, things like maltodextrin, and probably the worst one are the seed oils. I want you to think vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil. Those are the ones that you literally must avoid at all costs.
And what oils should you have? What are the good oils?
Replace?
Yeah.
So we want to swap in good olives, like extra virgin olive oil. I'm a huge fan of. Avocado oil is amazing. Avocado is what we call God's butter. It's like the most perfect food. And the oil of that is amazing, especially for cooking, because it holds a high smoke point. Coconut oil is amazing. If you put coconut oil in your mouth, it kills mold. It kills candida. When you eat when you eat coconut oil, it actually helps your body burn fat. So you can cook with that. You can add that to foods as well. But those are the best oils for the body.
You can add that to your hair, too. Coconut oil in your skin. All right. So tell us a little bit about this red food dye ban that we were experiencing last week.
Finally. I mean, this is crazy, right? I mean, red dye is just a literal poison to your body. It causes so many issues, not just inflammation, your gut, the brain. It causes oxidative stress, which really is what creates the cancer cells at the end of the day. But here's the thing, like, this is a great start. We need to keep going now. Like, this is the first one that they really went after, but there's so many other dyes and artificial sweeteners that we have to go after. But just to see that this is something that we're actually consciously talking about and that they're actually putting into action, it's just an amazing first step.
So what are some easy swaps? You mentioned the oils, but there's some easy swaps to make the diet change easier.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love chocolate, right? Milk chocolate, very refined and processed. So you can use something like 100% dark chocolate or cacao. Table salt is awful because of the plastics and what it does to blood pressure. So you can do like a real salt, Redmond real salt, or a sea salt. Sugar, we know that's bad, right? So you can have another sweetener like monk fruit or something like a stevia. Seed oils, we mentioned avocado oil. Chips, right? Super Bowl's coming up. Who's not going to love chips? Yeah. So instead of that, we could do kale chips or sweet potato chips, or we could do like vegetable sticks with a good hummus or guacamole. So those are the ones that we want to focus on. Simple, easy to do. It's about making a better version of that food so you don't feel deprived, because at the end of the day, deprivation never works.
It seems like these things you're telling us to stay away from, like the salt, the sugar, they're in everything. Is there some type of addictive method to that? Why, people who make food would put that in there?
Yeah, because they want you to be customers for the rest of your life. I mean, they're smart. They don't want you to be healthy. They don't care about that. They care about their wallet, and that's the reality of this, right? We call it the bliss point. When you combine those three ingredients I said before, the sugar, the refined salt, and the seed oils, it is a perfect recipe to make us addicted. In fact, sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. How crazy is that? That's what the research shows. Wow. And get this, we're eating 130 pounds of this white stuff every single year. So ultimately, to get off that stress eating roller coaster where we want more and more and more, it's not about taking away, it's about adding in the good things, right? So adding in things that's going to help strengthen our body, that's going to help reset our taste buds. I love to start with the green juice. It's the core of what I call a strength eating diet. That's how I start every morning. It's simple. It could be a celery juice, or you can add in some apple and cucumber, or you can get a scoop of our acid-kicking greens. It's an easy way to do it. But again, starting your day off that way is going to set your motion right, and things that follow after are usually going to be things that are good for you, not craving the bad stuff.
Wow. Right. Doctor, how often do kids toilet paper your house at Halloween?
I don't tell them where I live.
Because you're out there giving kids celery.
Right. Toothbrushes.
Hey, but again,
that's a cute outfit, kid. Here's a carrot.
Right. But remember, guys, it's not about deprivation. You can have fun. You can indulge. But it's about applying these simple steps that we do. You do this, it's about progress, going in the right direction.
All right. We will do that. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Good to see you both. My pleasure.
Good to see you,
right.
Dr. Joffrey there.
All right.
Man, you guys are
sighing after that.
I just felt so seen.
I know.
Right.
I was thinking of McDonald's fries the whole time he was saying the salt, the sugar, and the oil.